Hey, what's up, my people? This is your boy, the MC, and we are again here on our YouTube channel to at least try to still educate you on matters insurance. Now, on our last episode, we were talking about health insurance, and we are here to at least proceed with the health insurance. And the topic is factors to consider before buying a health insurance. On our last topic, we talked about finding a good company, and under finding a good company we tried to mention some of the few things that you also need to look at when looking for a good company. One of them is the premium rate. Another thing is the hospital network, and also review. Now when we also looked at step two, which is finding a good plan, which under step two we also mentioned several stuff that you as a customer need to look into when finding a good plan. I mean, when looking for a good plan, one of these issues is looking for a good cover that can at least adequately cover you. You also need to look at customization option. Does this insurance have that customization options where you have to, where at least you can get what you actually need? We also talked about the premium amount that you're going to pay, and we also talked about discount. Now, today let us move a notch higher and at least talked about step three, which is talking about how to find the right coverage amount. Now, how do you find the right coverage amount, or what we call the sum insured? Now, for those who may not understand, sum insured is the amount of money that you're covered for. Now, if you come to an insurance institution looking for a cover and you maybe have a budget of maybe 50,000, they'll be able to look at a few factors and be able to calculate your sum insured, which can be 1 million or 2 million shillings. So whatever bill that you will incur from the hospital will be deducted from the 2 million shillings, which is your coverage amount or the sum insured. Now, these are some of the things that you need to check when looking for or on how to find a right coverage plan. Now, one thing is the number of members being covered or insured under this policy. Now, this is one crucial point because the number of members will determine the amount of coverage that you will be having. Now, if you're many members, then definitely the sum insured will have to be high, because you'll have to at least ensure that the amount will be adequate for all of you. If you are few, for example, 1 or 2 people, then the sum insured will be a little bit low, because that low amount, maybe 1 million, is what will be enough for the 2 of you. Another thing is you also have to look at, you also have to know whether you or any other member suffers from any pre-existing conditions. Now, in this case, when you or any other member suffers from existing conditions, definitely you'll have to go for the higher sum insured, because as you know, this kind of conditions normally treating them is way expensive. I'll use an example of cancer. Treating cancer is way expensive, and a lot of people have died from it, not from the sickness but from the bill itself. When they look at the money they at least maybe need to pay for this kind of treatment, wanachoka. So you also need to find out whether you or any of your member has a waiting period or has a pre-existing condition. Now, when they do have a pre-existing condition, I would advise that you go for a higher limit that will adequately cover you. Another thing is the basic cost of hospitalization and medical treatment. Now, as a customer, you need to know, like I said on our last episode, is that it's very important to also do some review or do some checks within the hospital. Know if you go to hospital A using this particular insurance, how much are they going to charge you, or what is the rate, or what is the charge that they're going to charge you on on these medical treatments or on these particular medical cases. Another thing that you need to look at is the rising medical inflation. Looking at the world economy and specifically Kenya, where we coming from, the medical or the cost of treatment has gone way up, and a lot of people are not able to afford it. This is because of several inflations that have taken place, and therefore, when this happens, you also need to have a higher limit or a higher sum assured or a higher coverage amount, so that at least when inflation occurs, the rate or the amount of treatment will definitely also go high. So if you were treated with this particular amount for like 10 years or maybe 5 years ago, the same treatment will not cost the same amount. Definitely, given the economic stuffs that are going on, there is going to be an increase. So you need to also find a higher limit that will be able to cover you adequately. Now, that is what we have for you today. At least we've shown you how or what you need to do when trying to find out the right coverage. Follow for more, subscribe to our YouTube channel as we keep on educating you, as we keep on enlightening you on what you need to do when trying to purchase health insurance. This is your boy, the MC, and this is Spark Plug TV. Thank you. See you next time.